Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I had a friend ask me how I do the animation at the beginning of my videos where the Kin brand photography logo actually comes and floats in on the screen. So we're going to look at how to do that this week using Adobe Premiere Pro, but the concept can be used with any type of video editing software. So let's get started. Okay, so I am in Adobe Premiere Pro 2023. Now, down here on the bottom left-hand side in my project pane, I have the logo light.png. So my graphic it has a transparent background. So you can see up here, it's Kin brand photography with the little mountain there, but everything other than the letters and the mountains is transparent. So you can see through this. So you need to make sure, at least if you want to have this kind of effect, you want to make sure that your background is transparent on your image. Now, to put this inside of the timeline, I just drag this across and stick it on my timeline over here. And I'm going to put it up on video 2 right now. And then I'm going to zoom back and bring this stuff down. So initially, I'm going to show you how to do it outside of the video. So if I run right now, this is going to stay on the screen for about 5 seconds and just disappear if you look up here on the Pro display. To be able to change this so it moves around, what I need to do is I select it inside of the track, come up here and then select Effect Controls up here in this top left-hand pane. And now you can see I've got my logo light.png up here selected. And you can see along the top there the link that it's running. Now, to be able to add some animation to this, what I'm going to do is I need to come over here by scale and toggle the animation on using this icon to the left of the word scale. And when I click on that, I get this that comes up. So this allows me to add and remove keyframes along the timeline. And so I've got my initial keyframe set up. So you can see my keyframes are going to be displayed over here on the left-hand side of the effect controls. And so I'm going to basically crank this out and make the scale large enough where it's just not on the screen. So I've done that. Now to get to the next point, I just drag this along, or I can click or whatever. And as you can see, it's changing it down here in the timeline as well. So we're just tracking this object in the timeline up on the top where I see the whole timeline down in the bottom right. I'm going to go through and set another, let's say 75% of the way through. I'm going to come back over here and add another keyframe. And then I'm going to select this. And so normally I could click on this and I move left to bring it down, right to run it up. But I'm going to bring it down quite a ways. So if I expand this out, there's this scale on the bottom and it starts at 200. And I'm going to bring it down into this range. Let's just say I'm going to go right here. So I'm at 82% scale. And I'm doing it at that keyframe. So what I'm telling it, I want it to be at 82% of the scale of the object when it reaches this keyframe from basically where I was back over here, and it's at 3000% scale. So if I start running this now, if I click play in the window, you can see it's going to pop in on that timeline and drop down. Let's say I wanted to have this in my video though, right? This is why we have a transparent background, because whenever I dump this up on the video, you can see if I run it through on the video, you see how it works there. Now, you noticed how it's very abrupt where it comes in and disappears on the video. So how we fix that is we just, what I do is just apply the default transition or whatever transition you want on either side of this object. So now whenever I run it back through, what I will get is it showing up nice and smooth, and it pops in. It's going to get to where it's going, and now it's just going to fade away. If I come back and click on this back in my effects window, I can use more than just scale. I can change its position, I can make it rotate, I can do a variety of different things just by turning on keyframes. Okay, so I can come down to rotation. Got my keyframe turned on. I'm going to have got my marker right here at the beginning of the where the graphic is going to come onto the screen. I'm going to add a keyframe, and then I'm going to bring it up about 2/3 of the way. I'm going to bring it over to where it drops onto the screen on the final section. And then I'm going to rotate by selecting. I can either add a value down here using this, or in my case, I'm going to just grab the value and start dragging it to the right, which adds it, and I'm going to spin it like twice, and then have it stop like right in here, maybe slightly off there. Now you can do it however you want. Now, if I wanted to type this value in, I could just highlight it and type it. But now I've got this other key value that I've added in, along with the one where it's changing the scale. And now you can see the graphic is spinning. And I can do the same thing. I can move the keyframe around. I can use position, so I can have it kind of travel around the screen or whatever I want to do with the graphics. So, and this applies to not only your, in this case, my logo, but you could do this with a picture or any type of animation that you want to have move along the screen. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like down below. And if you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate you coming out and watching, and have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.